Today we'll be discussing three different topics. So the number one would be Iran is supplying missiles, monster missiles, quietly to Hezbollah through the Lebanese port. Iran is reportedly using Beirut's port and airport to smuggle weapons to Hezbollah, fueling the militant group's resurgence amid heightened tensions with Israel and the US. Now, this report is coming from Arab media outlets, and they have claimed that Hezbollah has regained control over key maritime routes, enabling arms shipments from Iran after overland channels through Syria were disrupted. And this is coming from the Iranian officials, also Hezbollah officials, that Hezbollah is now regrouping. They have arms supply. Khamenei is also on it. He is monitoring the situation very closely. The reason is because of the situation with the United States and Israel. And Hezbollah's port control aids such operations by Iran's Quds force. And this report was also corroborated by Jerusalem Post. They have also published similar reports about Iran supplying this kind of missiles to Hezbollah using Lebanon. And in 2019 July, Hassan Nasrallah, he rejected claims that the group used Beirut's port to import arms. Even today, Iran publicly denied such a report, but Israeli officials and United States officials, they accuse Lebanon of helping, supporting Hezbollah. Now, in January of 25, Israel accused Iranian diplomats of smuggling millions of US dollars to Hezbollah. The security right now in Syria is very tight, Syrian airport. Therefore, they're using the Lebanese channels. Again, these are all coming from the Zionist agency who are accusing Iran of supplying this kind of weapons to Hezbollah. This is the one where you see that Iran, for the first time, transferred long-range missiles to Iraqi forces. 2,500 U.S. troops now sitting ducks. Okay, that was a question mark. Iran has reportedly transferred long-range missiles to proxy Iraqi forces for the first time amid escalating tensions with Israel and United States. The surface-to-surface missiles were transferred last week. The Times reported. The report comes just days before the scheduled talks between Iran and US in Oman on Tehran's missile and nuclear program. We know that these Iraqi forces, this militia, are being used by Iran in the past, and the long-range surface-to-surface missile were given to Iraqi militias for the first time, according to the Times. So surface-to-surface missile will be used to target United States' military presence in Iraq. There is absolutely no doubt about that. And Iran is supplying weapons to Iraqi forces enough to attack them, to annihilate them. And previously, Iran did allude to the fact that if Iran gets under attack by US or Israel, especially by US, then they are going to destroy US bases in the Middle East. It was the first time that such missiles were handed over to Iran-allied militants in Iraq, and this will not be the last time. The delivery of weapons was arranged by Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Air Force, the Times. Again, these are all coming from the Times news outlet. As per the Times, Quds 351 cruise and Jamal 69 ballistic missiles were also transferred. So there are this is like heavy weaponries that they are supplying to Iraq. Iran has recently transferred missiles to Shia militias in Iraq, and this is again going to be not the first time, but many times in the coming days that Iran will do such thing. And US and Israel will continue to accuse Iran and have the same headache that they have right now. They're trying to contain Iran, especially when it comes to their supplying of weapons to Hezbollah or Iraqi militia, but it is not working at all. Now, there is another report of this. Houthis, they have taken revenge. Third U.S. drone was shot down after big Yemen attack. I want you to take a listen at this video from Yahya Sari.
In response to the ongoing American aggression against our country and its horrific massacres against our people during the past hours, the US launched a number of raids on various areas, resulting in martyrs, wounded, and damage to citizens' property. With the help of God Almighty, our air defenses were able to shoot down an American MQ-9 drone while it was carrying out hostile missions in the airspace of Al Jawf Governorate. وذلك أثناء قيامها بمهام عدائية في أجواء محافظة الجوف وذلك بصاروخ مناسب using a suitable, locally manufactured missile. This is the third drone our air defenses have successfully shot down in 10 days. والثامنة عشرة خلال معركة الفتح الموعود والجهاد المقدس إسنادا لغزة. إن القوات المسلحة اليمنية تؤكد استمرارها في عملياتها المستمرة. And the 18th during the promised victory and holy jihad in support of Gaza. مهامها الدفاعية للتصدي لأي عدوان على بلدنا. وإنها على استعداد كامل للتعامل المسؤول مع أي محاولة للنيل من سيادة بلدنا. The Yemeni armed forces affirm their continued support for Gaza and their continued implementation of their defensive missions to confront any aggression against our country. والله حسبنا ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير. They are fully prepared to deal responsibly with any attempt to undermine our sovereignty, security, and stability. صنعاء 11 من شوال 1446 للهجرة الموافق للتاسع من أبريل. And our operations will not cease until the aggression against Gaza stops and the blockade is lifted.
I have mentioned this before, and I think it is worth repeating one more time, and that is these drones MQ-9, they worth 33 million US dollar. So that's a huge loss. Subscribe to my channel for more updates. See you in the next one.